Welcome to this explainer. We're going to dive right in today because we are exploring the neon-drenched, totally hyper-stylized universe of Kingfinity. Now, on the surface, this just looks like a chaotic slice of internet culture. But actually, beneath all that viral marketing hides an incredibly complex financial infrastructure. So we're going to strip back all that neon and look at the actual gears turning inside.
The whole thing really starts with this foundational philosophy: attention is currency, culture creates movements. And this isn't just some catchy marketing slogan. It establishes exactly how the Kingfinity ecosystem views market dynamics in our modern digital age. They aren't fighting for your capital first. They are quite literally fighting for your eyeballs, because in their playbook, if you capture the attention, the capital just inherently follows.
Which leads us to this absolutely massive question. What actually happens when viral meme culture collides with rigid institutional financial rails? It's a fascinating paradox, right? We're going to unpack how this highly produced cinematic narrative is essentially being used as a Trojan horse. They are leveraging the wild aesthetics of internet hype to market some seriously heavy, institutional-grade technological claims directly to retail investors.
All right, Section 1. Meet the Neon Prophet.
So, Kingfinity is completely explicit about their strategy. They use a highly calculated viral playbook. Just look at the flow here. Step 1, the prophet spots the trend early. We're talking seeing a potential 1,000% gain on the trend board. Step 2, the broader world completely sleeps on it, dismissing those early signals. And then finally, Step 3, the culture awakens, trending #1 worldwide with just massive social engagement. They are openly showing us exactly how they manufacture virality, moving step by step from early detection to a global cultural movement.
And there is this wild duality at play here. On one hand, you have pure, unfiltered hype, like a literal tug-of-war with a bear over market prices while surrounded by screaming fans. But then you contrast that with the incredibly dense, highly structured institutional dashboards they claim to be building underneath. We're talking continuous finance, DTCC clearing, stablecoin settlement lanes. It is a calculated, almost dizzying whiplash between meme aesthetics and Wall Street architecture.
Moving right along to Section 2, harnessing meme market liquidity.
To actually harness all that momentum, they use this metaphor of Chef KFX cooking up the ecosystem. They're taking raw, volatile community hype, the degen fuel, and blending it together in an attempt to serve up locked liquidity and real-world financial utility. They're fundamentally trying to turn a speculative frenzy into a sustainable, structured dish. So what exactly goes into that pot? Well, here's the secret recipe they present to their followers. You need a strong community and massive hype on one side, but that has to be perfectly balanced by real utility and liquidity locked on the other. Add in a hardcore culture of never sell, and you repeat the cycle. These specific ingredients are presented to their audience not just as some internet meme, but as an essential, almost mathematical formula for transitioning a speculative token into a legitimate financial movement.
To manage that recipe, they treat meme market attention purely as data points. CashCat here represents the systems that actively monitor volume surges, liquidity flows, and narrative shifts in real time. By tracking this social velocity, they aim to navigate fragmented liquidity and capital rotation. Basically, they are applying high-frequency trading logic directly to internet culture.
Section 3. Institutional Infrastructure and Tokenization.
Now, this is where the claims get incredibly ambitious. The project points to massive global integrations. We are talking about connecting to DTCC clearing layers, integrating tokenized equities and sovereign bonds, and building collateral infrastructure that can actually navigate complex US and UK stablecoin rules. They're projecting an image of a fully normalized, globally compliant framework that bridges the gap between traditional asset security and digital speed.
And we can actually anchor some of these wild claims to real-world market milestones. Take the number 64,000, for instance. That refers specifically to the Bitcoin 64K line. Kingfinity uses these macro market levels to frame their whole narrative, citing the intense macro pressures and AI risks present in today's economy. They're using the reality of the broader crypto market to validate why their own closed-loop infrastructure is so necessary right now.
To handle that kind of global pressure, they outline a vision of institutional stablecoin rails. They are boasting integrations with Visa stablecoin platforms, on-chain treasuries, and OpenUSD access. They're claiming to build the specific plumbing required for massive payment platforms to interact with decentralized finance. Essentially, they are trying to become the bridge where crypto truly meets the traditional payment giants.
Section 4. AI Agents and Automated Payments.
Okay, this is where the claims get truly sci-fi. A golden robot in a cape directing digital funds across a glowing city grid? That illustrates their core belief, that AI agents can now autonomously execute financial transactions across global nodes without any human friction. They are telling their audience that the future isn't human traders hitting buy or sell, it is automated agents reacting to market signals instantly.
To understand how that actually works, we need to define their terminology. What are X402 payment rails? Basically, it's infrastructure specifically designed to enable continuous, automated, machine-to-machine financial transactions. These rails represent the technical backbone, the literal digital highways that allow their AI agents to seamlessly and autonomously route capital around the clock.
Section 5. Engineering Continuous Financial Yield.
They call this entire concept continuous finance, and this acts as the absolute keystone of their architecture. It's the convergence of everything we've just discussed: tokenized markets, institutional stablecoin rails, and AI agent payments, all meeting on a regulated, secure trust layer. It's a vision of a market that is quite literally always on, bolstered by privacy upgrades and strict treasury discipline.
Now, generating value within that system relies on an algorithmic approach, which they present through this metaphor of a chemistry lab. The neon prophet acts as the chemist, meticulously analyzing trends and treating market shifts like organic reactions to engineer smart buybacks and sustainable growth models. As they like to put it, science is art, reactions are stories.
To sell all of this, they draw a very stark, very aggressive contrast. On one side, you've got old-world traditional finance, or TradFi. They highlight all the usual pain points: hidden fees, inflation eating away at your gains, crazy volatility, and Wall Street rug pulls that just leave you with a dumped portfolio. On the other side, the KINGFINITY advantage. They promise treasury-backed yield, complete transparency, smart buybacks, and sustainable growth. They are directly weaponizing the distrust people have in traditional banking to pivot users toward their AI-driven model.
To back up those yield claims, they point to what they call the dividend clock. The system is supposedly designed to generate consistent cash flow runways by capturing fresh dividend declarations from real-world traditional equities. We're talking massive companies like QCOM, Coca-Cola, and Pfizer. They're claiming to take reliable, recurring payouts from Fortune 500 companies and pipe that real-world cash flow directly into their crypto ecosystem to support their token.
Which brings us to our final critical question. Is this the ultimate blueprint for the future of continuous finance, perfectly bridging AI, dividends, and stablecoins? Or is this simply the most elaborate, aesthetically driven marketing campaign in crypto history? Honestly, it's up to you to look at this massive collision of hyperviral culture and institutional hardware and decide for yourself what is revolutionary reality and what is just spectacular hype. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning and keep learning.